Right, welcome back, everybody, to the deep dive. Today, we're going deep on a topic that's been, well, it's kind of bubbling up recently, and that is Dubai visas. Specifically, why some Indian nationals
Yeah.
have been having some trouble getting them. We did a lot of research on this, and some of the reasons for the rejections are, I got to say, are a little surprising. So
Interesting.
we're going to go through the 8
Okay.
main reasons we found. Past visa issues,
Mm-hmm.
application errors, security concerns, restrictions on unskilled labor, medical fitness requirements, specific regulations for women travelers,
Oh, wow. Okay.
under 25, high demand, and overloads. And then just the importance of having all your documents in order. So let's unpack these, shall we?
So let's get into it.
Let's start with past visa issues. I mean, it's not just about having a visa.
Okay.
It's about making sure that everything's
Yeah.
squared away when you leave. Right?
Yeah, this is a great point. And the UAE has a very sophisticated system for
Yeah.
tracking all of your visa history. So you can't think of it like, library books that you can just forget to return. Any overstays, any unresolved issues, even visas that weren't properly canceled, those can all come back to haunt you. And it's all designed to make sure that there's accountability and to maintain control over who's coming in and out of the country.
So it's like a long-term memory for your travel history.
Exactly.
Makes sense for Dubai as a global hub. Okay, let's move on to application errors. These can happen, and they're frustrating.
Yeah.
I almost missed a flight once because I put the wrong year on the form. Talk about a panic moment.
I can only imagine.
But in the UAE,
They say.
those small errors can have big consequences.
Yeah, so we're talking about incorrect passport numbers, wrong travel dates, missing supporting documents. All of those things can trigger red flags in the system. It's not just about being picky, it's about making sure that the process is efficient. And they're processing a huge amount of applications.
Yeah, speaking of security, Dubai is known for its glitz and glamour. But there's a serious side to it, too.
Absolutely. They take security very seriously. I mean, they use some of the most advanced biometric systems in the entire world. Iris scanners, facial recognition, all of that stuff. And that process starts at the visa application. They're looking for anything that could pose a risk, not just criminal records, but financial stability, even connections to organizations that could be a concern.
That makes a lot of sense. The next one, restrictions on unskilled labor. I got to say I had some thoughts on this.
Yeah.
I mean, I get wanting to build a highly skilled workforce,
Right.
but it also seems like it limits opportunities for other people.
It's definitely complex. There are a lot of valid points on both sides. The UAE wants to move away from a reliance on low-skilled labor, they're trying to transition, to a knowledge-based economy. They're investing a lot in tech finance, renewable energy, all things that require a different skill set.
This is about building a workforce for the future. And speaking of high standards, that goes for health, too. Medical fitness requirements seem very strict.
Well, think about it. The UAE has people coming from all over the world. They're trying to make sure the population is healthy, so they have to screen for diseases, other health conditions that could be risky. It's all about high quality of life for everybody.
Okay, this one stood out to me. Women under 25 traveling solo without parental or guardian accompaniment may experience delays or denial.
Wow. Okay.
I'm really curious about the reasoning behind that.
That's a good question. It's a direct response to human trafficking, which is a huge problem all over the world. And the UAE, like a lot of other countries, has put this measure in place to protect young women traveling alone who might be vulnerable to that.
Even in a place as modern as Dubai, those global challenges still exist.
It's a reminder for sure.
Okay, let's talk about demand. It must be hard to get a Dubai visa sometimes.
It can be really competitive, especially for certain categories. You almost have to think of it like trying to get tickets to a concert that's sold out. You got to be prepared, act fast, and even think about professional guidance. To help you navigate everything, knowing the quotas, peak seasons, and really preparing your application, that can all increase your chances.
Okay, and that brings us to documentation. Our research stressed the importance of all forms and evidence being in order.
It's essential. Even a tiny mistake can cause problems, like a missing signature or a blurry photocopy, even a document that's expired. Those can all lead to rejection. Honestly, the best advice I can give is make a checklist. Organize everything carefully. And if you're not sure about something, get some professional help.
That's great advice. So just to wrap this up, clear up any past visa issues, be super careful with your application, understand the security concerns, be ready for a tough process, and get your documents organized. Makes sense.
It does.
Huge thanks for breaking all that down.
You're very welcome.
For our listeners, thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the world of Dubai visas. I hope you found this insightful. Until next time, happy travels.